Welcome back to Cruel Angel Gaming. So today I'm gonna be driving a heavy load. Should be pretty easy, at least with this truck. It's just a stock truck after all, but I don't know. It's got enough horsepower to get it up that hill that we had to come up. Took us forever to get up the hill though, but I mean, it's just what it does, you know. It usually takes a long time to do, but you know. Now we just gotta, you know, pretty much set it. Once we get up to speed, set it, the cruise on, and do nothing pretty much but steer. At least, you know, why we gotta, you know, all the only thing we gotta do is stop for turns. But yeah, this is a big load. I mean, I'll probably end up dinging up the reflectors. That'd be about the only thing I could think. I'm just trying to stay right behind the escort vehicle the best I can, but I probably won't be able to follow him in certain corners, depending on our speed. Because I know how much this thing weighs, it ain't gonna be that easy to follow behind this thing. I'll do my best, but, you know, keep it up with the, pretty much the, you know, transport vehicle in front of me. It's gonna be a pain in the butt. But other than that, we ain't got much, you know. Just a nice escort. I mean, we got, you know, cops shutting down everything in front of us. We got him running blocker, so I think we should be fine. Because he's gonna be running blocker for us. I just gotta make sure not to speed too much. Like, I'm gonna say like a mile an hour or two is okay. I would say, you know, at least that would be normal. Because, I mean, you're coming down a hill and stuff like that, so that stuff's kind of normal. At least, in my opinion, that's normal. I mean, people say, oh, it's not normal. Well, it kind of is. If you're moving this big of a load, it kind of is, but... Yeah, we're just going to go through the town, and then once we get through this town, pretty much have nothing but open highway once we get to the town. Just getting to the town, so I know our speeds are gonna be pretty low. You know, I'm gonna have to just kind of keep an eyeball on our RPMs, but other than that, we're good. Yeah, I know it's about 50 through here. Kind of figured, but I mean, it's not gonna be too totally slow, but it's gonna be slow. Which is kind of, you know. And by the way, you're gonna see me kind of sporadically outside of the truck because, you know, like certain places, it's just nothing but a straight run, so I can't really damage anything, I guess. Alright, now I just gotta make a wide turn. Make a super wide turn. Alright. Get back underneath it here. Might have to back up a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to back up. Cut it a little too tight. Cut it a little too tight, but we got it. We'll get it. Alright, now we can get back going. That was an easy fix at least. I mean, it's not... I guess nothing's really, like, truly easy, per se, but, you know, it's worth it. But I kind of like that, you know, we're doing what we gotta do. I just gotta make wide turns is all. I just gotta keep reminding myself that I do. But that's a nice turn right there. Yeah, I hopped the curve a little bit, and then, you know, gotta get it back. It's like I do good, it's just I'm trying to keep in mind that this trailer is like a little bit longer than what I normally haul. Not only that, it's got more weight than what I normally haul too. That's just what I'm trying to keep those things in mind, but you know, it's about normal, I would say. But you know, it's always in corners. You always gotta watch your corners. Or, you know, guardrail for that matter, I guess, right? Other than that, we're doing alright. It's not taking us too terribly long to get to where we gotta go. I'm just trying to see where I'm, like, if I'm gonna rub where I'm at. Yeah, not too bad. I had some stuff on the tire, so we're gonna have to knock it off. At least like the loose stones and that are still in my tire. So I figured by rocking it back and forth, you know, I'm going fast, but I'm not going like terribly fast and ain't no traffic, so figured I could do it then again and get away with it. It's just nothing but, now I just gotta get back up to speed. Ah well. I mean, what are you gonna do? We just gotta kind of, you know, keep it within the speed limit and that type of thing. It's really the only thing we gotta watch. I can't help it, we kinda had to slow right here. I thought maybe we wouldn't have to, but you never know. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Just trying to, you know, get through all this traffic to the city. Once I get through that, then I'll kind of be, you know, open highway at least for a while. We're not gonna try to pass anybody or anything like that. I'm not gonna be like too totally crazy, only because I have escorts. If it was like a normal box truck or something, or a box trailer or something like that, then yeah, I might run a little bit faster. But because it's not a box trailer, I'm not gonna try to push it. We're just gonna try to, you know, keep it within our limits. Make sure we don't get, you know, too careless with our speed. If we get careless with our speed, I mean, it's gonna be all over. So let's try not to exceed us. Yeah, okay. Exceed. There we go. That's the word I wanted. The speed limit. I'm trying not to, but I kind of can't help it because sometimes we're going downhill and I can't really stop this whole thing on a dime. You know, to get the speed to go down. So I haven't figured out what we're gonna do for that, you know, little fix yet. I haven't figured it out. I wish I knew, but I don't have any idea how to fix that. I'm sure somebody does, but it ain't me. I would say, you know, just kind of watch it. Even on cruise, I just kind of watch the speed. Like right now, we're going uphill, so I'm gonna need a little bit extra oomph to get up over the hill. Once we get up the hill, it'll be nothing probably but downhill. So it should be fine theoretically. Once, you know, we exceed, you know, all of that, you know, once we get to the top of the hill, at least from what I've noticed, like once you get to the top, like you're usually pretty fine. Unless like there's, you know, an extra hill, so like you reach the top of this one, then you got, you know, the next one to get to. If that were the case, then when you're going down the first one, get as much speed as you can to try to get up the second one. That's what I found that works. Because there's a couple of roads in this game that I found that are like that, where you can just kind of keep your speed up, and you don't really want to, but you don't have much of a choice. It's either A, get stuck and not even complete your run, or, you know, it'll be like a couple mile an hour over. I mean, it's kind of like what you gotta do. You gotta pick and choose which one you want to do first. I usually choose not to, but I mean, you can do whatever you like. I try my best, but you know. Other than that, there's not a lot I can do. Just trying to get everything finished, you know. Trying to finish this run the best way I can. With me trying to finish it, though, there is kind of always going to be a little bit of a drawback. We're just going to have to, you know, I'm trying to get to certain, like, you know, there's like goals that I have on this run to try to, you know, fulfill, which is not screw it up, number one, and number two, don't break any new laws. But we have pretty much everything with us that we need. I mean, we have all the permits and everything like that. That's not the problem. You know, the problem is I can only go a certain speed limit, which kind of sucks, but kind of doesn't at the same time. I just gotta make sure I stay within that speed limit, because if I don't, I could be facing some fines if I didn't. But we're within our limits and all that we need to be. I know this truck's gonna freaking maybe need a couple tires fixed on the end of it. At least the two drives in the back, I can kind of feel, you know, they're not too great, but we already started, so I'm not gonna go around, turn around, and get turned back, and, you know, do all that stuff. We're just gonna push it and see what we can do. That's the only thing I can think to do. I could be wrong on what we're doing, but you know, it's the only option I could think to do. I don't really know what to do mainly to keep her going, but we're doing pretty good to keeping her in lanes. And it's just that sometimes, like, the controller just wants to not turn, or, you know, like how I have it return to center, like the center. It doesn't like help me sometimes. So I could be through a turn, and then by the time it's returned, like, I gotta turn even more. So we'll just take it a little wide. Let's take it a little wide. That ain't gonna be too bad. Alright, so we still got some distance to go, but we ain't got, like, a lot of distance to travel. Shouldn't take us too long, I wouldn't think, to get where we gotta go, but, you know, just is what it is. There's not much we can do. We got a lot of nice scenery, though, so that's kind of nice. But, you know, it just feels like we're always gonna, you know, be running a little bit behind schedule, but, you know, we have a big schedule compared to this, so, compared to regular ones, so this one has all the time, which is good, which isn't, you know, kind of extremely nice for me. So I ain't gotta, you know, mess around or try to, you know, not really worry about all of the other stuff we have to with the other one by waiting, you know, and having to go up, you know, do all the other stuff with the other ones. Which means we have no escort for the normal loads, but this one, I don't know, I kind of like hauling heavies. I don't know why, but I like doing it. I put it too high in the gear and it just kind of stalled it. Besides, you know, the fact that there's kind of a traffic light here and I didn't really want to run through any other traffic. It's okay, we can go through reds. We kind of don't have a choice in going through reds because it's so big it ain't gonna matter. Like, no matter when I start, even if I started on green, it'll be red by the time I can stop. But as far as it goes, I mean, we're getting through the town. That's not really the problem. We got a lot of liquor, so I might, you know, blow my horn at them. Just for, you know, whatever. I mean, they usually wave, so might as well just, you know, not real high. I got a highway horn and a low horn, so I'm just blowing my low horn that I have. I usually use the low one, like, you know, let people know I'm backing up and stuff. I don't usually use the highway one too much for anything. If I have to use the highway one, there's usually a problem. But that's how I have it set, is I have two different ones. I have a regular, which is like kind of a low pitch one, and then I have like the of course the highways horn. But I don't really use the highway one. Because I'm like, what's the point of trying to, you know, really go, you know, a super high horn in, you know, such a little small space like that. I didn't really want to, you know, stress anybody out, I guess is the correct terminology. I guess it's the right terminology. I'm not sure. Not sure if it's the right terminology, but that's what I'm saying. We'll see where we gotta go next. Alright, so now we can just keep rolling pretty much. We're not doing half bad. We just gotta get, you know, up here to the city. I think there's gonna be a city coming up that we're gonna have to get off into. But I mean, other than just having to get around in the city and some of the tight corners, I think we're gonna be doing pretty decent. At least that's what I think. I mean, we could do horribly bad. But we're gonna have to, you know, take the only available turn here. And we'll have to just kind of drop down into here. There's not much we can do, unfortunately, about it. We just kind of, yeah, there we go, slow down. As long as we stay within the speed limit, we ain't gonna get no tickets. So we just gotta go over a little bit. All right, I think we're gonna be able to go 60. I think is the most we can do, I believe, with this load. They told us the most we can do is 60. So we're gonna do what they said we can do, as long as my truck allows it, I should say. Because if my truck allows me to do 60, then I'm doing 60. It's just gonna take forever, like I say, because we're going uphill. So I may have to downshift whatever gear this truck feels comfortable with, which is either 4th or 5th, I believe, for hills, and then, you know, obviously increase my speed as we get going forward. Looks like we might not even be going into a city. We might just be going into a smaller section of highway. I'm not exactly sure where we're going. I have no idea. But I'm just following the GPS, okay. Let's see. Yeah, we should be fine. It seems like every minute that goes on, you know, we're kind of... The schedule that we have for this is already really super big. And I'm not trying to obviously get ahead or anything like that, but we're actually getting kind of like where I thought we would be as far as goals goes. I set out a goal to at least have it, you know, delivered as fast as we can, as safe as we can, you know, within, let's say, you know, 20, 30 hours, something like that, you know. Of course, we're going to have to rest wherever we're going. I do believe we are going, coincidentally, to a mine with this load, which is, you know, it's okay. We're just going to drop it where they tell us, because I'm not even going to argue for another place to put this thing. It's already too big and too heavy for this truck. I don't think I can back it. Well, I could, but it'd take me forever to get, you know, stopped going down the hill at the mine. So they might have us leave it off to the front gate or something like that, and have one of their guys come and pick it, and then, you know, then they're gonna deal with the trailer. So that's all we're doing, is basically just driving the load. They're dealing with everything else, which is kind of nice. But I've never really had it like where we've ever done stuff like this. I can't believe that this truck is doing so well, to be honest with you. I mean, I've tried to haul some heavy stuff with it off camera before, but I could never seem to get the grip I needed. That was with the automatic transmission. This I had to set to kind of manual. Kind of helped me, you know, with my speed. I learned that if you use a like a game controller, like any of the other ones that you can, like any one you can get, really, like if you can use the PS4 one, right? Anything like that will do. Or I guess there's something you can get offline too that probably have it. Like, it doesn't matter to me which one. You know, it's just, I use whatever one I can get my hands on, which just happens to be an old Xbox one I got sitting around that, you know, is made for the PC, but it works pretty good, I will say. The only drawback is I wish I had like the parking brake and all that. I have to use like a keyboard. So I have to use this and the keyboard, and it kind of sucks sometimes. But I mean, other than that, it's decent. It's not taking too long to do. Anyway, this load right here, you know, just put my truck through the ringer pretty much. I didn't believe my truck would hold up. It did. I don't know what to say about this truck. I mean, the only thing I wish it had, which I don't know why it doesn't have, is I wish it had the GPS. Because it doesn't have GPS in it. That's the only thing I hate about this truck. It doesn't have GPS. And I don't know why that is. I don't know. Somebody needs the answer for that question, because I ain't got the answer for that. I would like to know why they did what they did for that, but again, I have no answer. And probably will never get one. But, yeah. Other than that, that's the only thing I hate about the truck. But, you know, it's not, I don't think it's that much longer to them. Once we get, like I said, we'll probably have to have a rest when we get up here to a mine. Or to the mine, I should say, rather. It's not going to take us that long to get to the rest spot inside the mine. Because all the mines are, like, no matter what you do, like, they always have the same rest spots. It kind of seems like in the same space, or same place, and, you know, same places that you would, you know, find them. Some don't have, like this one had, where it had, like, a little one that I could get and go off to the side. Like, you go down the hill, and then you just take, like, a couple, like, a turn, and then, like, another turn, and then you can go right to the rest spot. They didn't have that one in any of the other mines that I've seen. But other than that, I mean, a mine's a mine. This load will be delivered. It's the heaviest I think I've hauled, at least in this game. I don't recall hauling anything else, like anything else as heavy, but yeah, I mean, I was thinking about like going to get a different truck, and then I realized that, you know, there's really nothing wrong with this. It's just the GPS that I hate, so not having one. But maybe they could fix that, like with the next cab or something. I don't know. I have not the slightest idea. But yeah, it's doing its job though. We get to go up here. We're not that far from the mine. Once we start, you know, pulling in the mine, then that's really, you know, I can get this where they want it, or at least see where they want it. They might want it, like I said, at the top, off to the side or something weird. But other than that, once I dehook, I'm just gonna go to the rest area, one of them, whatever one I feel like, and then maybe see if they got a decent backhaul. But I haven't decided if I want to backhaul from here, or go get another one, or, you know, something like that. I will say though, it's kind of fun hauling at night again. Like, I never really liked hauling like heavy loads at night, but you know, it's nice. But other than that, I mean, it's doing pretty good. We're about to get ready to turn up here into the mine. Once we get in here, I mean, pretty much job done. But that was this is going to be one of the heaviest that I've hauled, I think, either game, by far. Just by weightage. I mean, exactly by weightage. This is gonna be the heaviest thing I've hauled that I can ever recall. I mean, yeah, I may have hauled something heavier in an American truck, but I can't remember if I have or not. Alright. I just gotta downshift into a first or second. That's should be okay. So what we're gonna do is just kind of roll it in place. Alright. Get it to where they're satisfied. Yep, they're satisfied with that. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.